Joining us again, we now get down to the important part of the entire night's business. Let me first of all introduce our three adjudicators to you, already referred to. First of all, I want to welcome a man who took part in the original stage production of Oliver in London. It was many, many moons ago, and he was very, very tiny. He then became assistant on the production of that marvellous movie of Oliver, and then many years later he arrived in Dublin and he was director of the superbly successful Oliver production in the Olympia Theatre just recently. In between that he did Hunky Dory and half a dozen other shows, but he is a man with vast experience in show business. Welcome please Mr. Larry Oakes. Next, I'm delighted to welcome a beautiful and most charming lady who joins us tonight from Belfast. Having enjoyed a wonderful career as a singer and in music, she then graduated to the lofty heights of television presentation. And I know she has a multitude of fans in this part of the world for her outstanding work with Ulster Television. Gloria Honeyford. And lastly, an old friend of mine and an old friend of yours, I know, a man whose voice has entertained untold thousands of people down through the years, and he has been particularly associated throughout his career with amateur musical societies and their productions. So there's nobody on the adjudicating panel with more sympathy for amateurs. Welcome, please, Austin Gaffney. After which, three important guests to welcome on stage as well, and we're glad to have them with us. First of all, the chairman of Strabane District Council, Mr. Edmund Turner. Say hello to him. Next, for obvious reasons, we have the mayor of Limerick, Councillor Clem Casey. Lastly, of course, on tonight, anyway, the man without whom, etc., the managing director of John Player, Mr. Oliver Casey. Just here behind me, the gentleman who has been responsible for scrutineering our adjudication for many years now and several other contests as well, from RTE, Mr. John Baragwana. Now, just for the benefit of those of you at home who are not familiar with the scoring system, let me explain to you that each adjudicator can award a total of 100 marks to each team. And they can award the marks under these headings which you see on the scoreboard. For costumes and sets, they can award a total of 10 points. For production, they can award a total of 20 points. For variety, they can award a total of 20 points, and for entertainment value, they can award a total of 50 points. Entertainment value being whatever the individual adjudicator deems it to be. That means each adjudicator can give 100 points. That means each team can score a possible maximum of 300 points. All right? Now, let us start, please, adjudicators, and can we ask you for your points, please? First of all, for costumes and setting out of a maximum of 10 for the Limerick insurances. Total of 21. 21 going up on the board for Limerick insurances. Now can I have your marks, please, for costumes and setting out of 10 for Strabane? $21.29. Right, next adjudicators, can I have your marks out of a possible 20 for production for Limerick insurances? Making the total 56. 56, and your marks out of 20 for production for St. Joseph's in Strabane. 48. We make it 48. We move on to variety now. Again, 20 points going a-begging. Can we have your points for variety for Limerick? 53 points for variety for Limerick. And can we have your points, please, for variety for Strabane? 57. I make the cumulative total now 130 for Limerick, 134 for Strabane. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the big one, please. Out of a possible total of 50 for entertainment value for Limerick, please. 148. And finally, please, and stand by all you mathematicians, for entertainment value out of 50 for St. Joseph's Strabane. 142.
The total for Limerick is 200.
Official result, please. Official result, please.
Limerick have a total of 278 points, and Strabane have a total of 276 points.
Totals going up the board, 278 to 276. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Can I now ask, please, Mr. Oliver Casey, Managing Director of John Player, to present the winners' replicas, please? And can we have, first of all, for Limerick Insurances, their producer, Mr. Douglas Howell. Well done. Good boy, well done. And by a narrow 2 points, the producer for Strabane, Mr. Raymond Kirk. Well done. Congratulations. Now, I just want to ask Mr. Casey to present two more replicas, please, ladies and gentlemen. The defeated semi-finalists were Waterford Glass and Irish Biscuits. To accept on behalf of Waterford Glass, Mr. Dando Kelly. Will you come forward, please? Dando. And one for Irish Biscuits, Mr. Harry Nolan. And of course, our sincere congratulations to both our teams of contestants, and I think it was a delightful and wonderful show, and they all deserve one last round of applause. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where our television audience leave us for tonight. Thank you for being with us in the Gaiety Theatre. We hope you enjoyed the show. Until we meet again, good night and God bless. Good night to our television audience. Now.